All right, hey Kentucky, welcome back. Time for a game of Cringe Factor. We have help today from Ryan Ponder, who's got an awesome radio voice because he's on the radio. Thanks for being here, Ryan. What is up first?
Thank you, Mary Jo. Matt Bevin's 2018 stay at the Trump Hotel in Washington could come up in two cases where the president is accused of violating the Constitution by receiving payments from state governments. Although Kentucky's Republican Party eventually reimbursed taxpayers for Bevin's bill, is there a cringe factor here?
So there's always a cringe factor when Donald Trump and Matt Bevin are staying in a hotel together. That's where my cringe factor always comes in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that it's going to amount to anything
Yeah.
because this stuff has just sort of seemed to roll off his back. But
We're talking
I'm with you.
impeachment right now. This
Smaller fish.
yeah, small fish. All right, Ryan, what's next?
Police in Ashland are trying to figure out who buried a gun at an elementary school playground, which was found by a kindergartner and immediately reported to a teacher. Police have not said if the gun was loaded. Mary Jo and Josh, watch the cringe factor.
Ooh, so high. It couldn't
Yeah.
have been buried that deep for a kindergartner to find it either. It had to be, you know, right there on the surface.
Well,
My
and
gosh.
good for the kindergartner to find it and immediately report that,
Yes.
to know that that's what you should do there, that this is not a toy, because that could have turned out terribly in a bunch of different ways.
Yes. All right, Ryan, what's next?
A new kids count report from Kentucky Youth Advocates say that nearly 1 in 5 women in the state smoked during their pregnancy in 2018. What's the cringe factor on this one, guys?
You know, I'm always going to see a cringe factor here. I don't want to shame people or fault people, but they know that that's not good.
Yeah, it's just, and we got to do more, I guess, to make that known, because clearly it's not getting through.
All right, Ryan, what's next?
A surveillance camera caught a group of car thieves on the WKU campus in the act as they made off with a Honda CR-V with a Kentucky veteran's license plate. What's the cringe factor?
So the cringe factor for me is low because they got him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is what cameras are for and why we have license plates and why criminals are oftentimes so stupid.
Yeah, there are cameras in parking lots most of the time,
Yeah.
especially on university campuses. Probably should have thought that one through a little bit more, guys.
Ryan, what's next?
Kentucky truckers are voicing concerns about parking availability throughout the state in the wake of a security crackdown at Walmart parking lots. Is there a cringe factor in this challenge to finding places to park and rest during long trips?
I think it's necessary. I'm kind of, in favor of Walmart not saying, hey, you guys can
don't park here.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's their property. But yeah, they do need to have a safe place where they can stay.
Well, because it's a big deal with truckers is getting adequate rest and not being on the road too much. So yeah, we've got to find places where people can catch some winks.
All right, Ryan, what's next?
All right. Police in Paducah have been trying to find a homeowner after a deer was found standing on a bed at the convicted felon's house, along with firearms, ammunition, marijuana, and frozen animal carcasses. What's the cringe factor in the search for Victor Chipper Jang II?
I wonder what Victor Chipper Jang the First would have to say about this. So the deer was alive and standing on his bed? That is creepy. Is that what's going on? Or
is that just a Kentucky party? Is that just what that is? Like, sounds like a wild
That's a good time in Paducah.
That is a wild time in Paducah.
All right. Big thanks to Ryan for pitching in tonight. Ryan, where can we hear you on the radio?
You can hear me on 107.3 and 99.5 in Corbin.
All right. Awesome. Thank you. Tonight's wrap up is next as Hey Kentucky continues.